Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, salatu wa salam ala rasulullah. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has spared our lives to this moment. May He accept our endeavors as an act of ibadah. Ameen. We welcome us back to the free now and Sarf class. Inshallah, tonight we are going to be looking at Ismu Maf'uul, that is the derivation of Ismu Maf'uul. Last week we talked about the derived nouns, and we treated the first derived noun, which is Ismul Fa'il. Tonight we are going to be looking at Ismu Maf'uul. Maf'uul means performed. So when a verb is performed, we are going to have two entities. The first entity, which is the entity that performed the action, then the entity on which the action is performed. So here, hence Ismu Maf'uul means the name of the entities that actions are performed upon. So they are formed from our verbs. We can have them formed from the three-lettered verbs and also other verbs. From the three-lettered verbs, we have a general scale for them. The scale Maf'uulun. So this scale is formed from our three basic letters of verbs, fa, ain, and lam. So by the addition of mim fatha, giving the fa sukun, then our ain takes dhamma, then we add waw to it, then we add lam. So on the lam we are going to have dhamma, like we have nouns in their default format. So an example is nasara, which means he helped. Nasara, we add mim fathama to the nun. The fatha on the nun becomes sukun. Then we give our sod dhamma, we add waw, and then the ra, like we did for maf'ulun. So nasara means he helped. Then mansurun means the entity that was helped. So we know we hear the name Mansur. So it means a person that was helped. So who will be defined here? Allah. That's the nonce here. So another example here is kataba, which means he wrote. Then we have maktubun, like it has been formed. We have maktubun. So kataba means he wrote. Maktubun means the entity that was written. So it can be a note, a book, or anything that was written. We have fahima. The Ismu Maf'uul is mafhumun. So fahima means he understood. What did he understand? Is mafhum. So the name of the entity he understood means is mafhum. Fataha means he opened. Maftuhum, which is Ismu Maf'uul, the entity that was opened. So it can be a door or anything that was opened. So another example is kariha, which means he disliked. The Ismu Maf'uul is makruhun, the entity that was disliked. So we can see that makruh is something that is popular, especially when we listen to lectures. We are told that this is makruh, this is makruh. It means it is the particular thing we are talking about is disliked. An example is also akala, which means he ate. The Ismu Maf'uul of akala is ma'kulun, an entity that is eating, something that we eat. So here we can say it is food. Now these are the examples of three letters words that are formed to get our Ismu Maf'uul. So you can check the notes that is attached at the comment section for more examples. So now we have Ismu Maf'uul that are formed from four-lettered verbs. The first one here is fa'ala. You know, last week when we wanted to form our Ismu Fa'il, we formed them from the Mudorian. So here also, now we are going to form our Ismu Maf'uul also from the Mudorian. So the Mudori of fa'ala is yufa'ilu, adding yaw and then giving the ainul fi'l kesro, then giving our lam dhamma. That's yufa'ilu. So from that we are going to form our Ismu Maf'uul. First step is to replace our yaw here with mim dhamma. So after that, we are going to have Ismu Fa'il that way. If you can recall, the only step we had for Ismu Fa'il from the Mudori was just to replace our yaw with mim. So we have mufa'ilun. So now to change it to Ismu Maf'uul, we have to change the kesra on the second to the last letter, which is the ainul fi'l, to fatha to give us mufa'alun. So this is Ismu Maf'uul. An example for fa'ala is annatha, which means effeminized. So in Mudori, is feminizing. Then our Ismu Maf'uul, after replacing the ya of mudari with mim domo, we are going to have mu'annisun. That is the person that feminizes. Then after we change our noun, the kasra on the noun, we change it to fatha to give us the Ismu Maf'uul, which is mu'annathun. So we know we used to hear mu'annath. So mu'annath means the entity that was feminized. So if you want to change a word from masculine to feminine, the word you are changing from masculine to feminine is mu'annath because it is the one you are feminizing. The next one is fa'ala. The mudari of fa'ala is yufa'ilu. Then after that we have mufa'ilun, after changing our ya to mim. So mufa'ilun is our ismu fa'il. Then changing the kasra to fatha, we get our fa'il, our ismu maf'uul, which is mufa'alun. An example for that is baraka, which means he blessed. Yubariku, he is blessing. Then mubarikun, which is the ismu fa'il, after changing our ya to mim, we have mubarikun, which is the person that blesses, or the entity that blesses. So then the Ismu Maf'uul, we change the kasra to fatha, we have mubarakun, that is the entity that was blessed. So we know this noun is very common. We have it as names mubarakun, the entity that was blessed. The literal meaning is a lucky person. So you know, if someone is blessed, it means the person is lucky. So that brings about the meaning of mubarakun. The next one is af'ala. The mudari of af'ala is yuf'ilu. Then we change the ya to mim, we get our ismul fa'il. After that, we change the kasra on the ainul fi'l to fatha. Then we get our ismu maf'uul, which is muf'alun. Then an example for af'ala is arsala, which means he sent. The mudari for that is yursilu, which means he is sending. Then after that, we change our ya to mim to get the ismul fa'il, which is mursilun, which is the entity that sends. Then we change the kasra on the ainul fi'l, which is second to the last letter here, to mursalun, which means the entity that was sent. Can be a letter, a gift, anything that was sent. If you recall from the Quran, you have mursalun. We have mursalun. We hear the word mursalun. They are the people that were sent by who? The mursil, which is Allah. So that is where the word mursalun is gotten from. Mursal, the entity that was sent, that is sent. Then we have fa'alala. The mudari of fa'alala is yufa'ilu. We do the same thing that we've been doing. We change the ya to mim. We get mufa'ilu, which is ismul fa'il. Then we change the kasra on the lam, we change it to fatha. Then we have mufa'alalun, which is the ismul maf'uul. An example is zabzaba, which means he auxiliated. Yuzabzibu, the mudari is auxiliating. Muzabzibun, muzabzibun is the ismul fa'il. When you replace the mim with the ya with the mim, and our kasra stays kasra, that is the ismul fa'il, which means the entity that auxiliates. Then muzabzabun, which means the entity that was auxiliated. After we changed our kasra to fatha, we get the Ismu Maf'uul, which is muzabzabun. So we can check for other examples in the notes that was attached at the comment section. And let's not forget to like and share the video. Inshallah, tomorrow we are going to be taking the other parts of the verbs. And also here in fa'ala, if you notice the examples we have here, we have example for fa'ala, which is not sorrow. We have example for fa'ila here, which is fahima. If you notice, we don't have fa'ula here. That is because we cannot form ismu fa'il from fa'ula. So we only form them, ismu maf'uul, sorry. We only form them from fa'ala and fa'ila. We cannot form ismu maf'uul from the shape fa'ula. So inshallah, we are going to continue with the other types of verb tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.